For the people. Jefferson, thank you so much for being here for the people. What do we have to do? Wait a minute, you can't arrest me, I'm white. White people don't get arrested. Wait a minute. White people, what do we have to do? Wait for the inauguration? What is this craziness? I'm a white man. You cannot take me out of here. I own this government. White people own this government. This is how. Why are you hurting me? Jefferson,
We want to start off by giving double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. And we also want to say peace and blessings, salutations to the elect. All right, this is Gmsmourning. All right, today we're going into a topic entitled The Pride of Esau.
We're going to get straight into the scripture. As y'all know, it's inauguration time. You know, all the Trump supporters, man, you know, they, ever since he's been elected in November, man, you know, Esau pride has been through the roof, man. And we're going to discuss his pride and discuss his fate, you know, because of their pride, man. Go ahead,
This Psalms 10:2. The wicked in his pride do persecute the poor.
The wicked. And we know the wicked is so-called white man, which is Esau in the Bible, man. And who's the chief of that wickedness? Start with the elite banking family, Rockefellers, Rothschild, DuPonts, you know, Oppenheimers, and so on and so on. But they persecute the poor, man. You know, starting chiefly with Israel, man. But they even persecute other nation poor, man. You know, because they persecute their own people, man. You know, but chiefly they main agenda persecuting children of Israel, man, which you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos, man.
Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
Man, and this is what you know, King David was saying, let the wicked be taken in their own devices that they imagine, man. You know, all this war propaganda they push, you know, the New World Order, man. You know, they're going to be taken in their own devices, man.
For the wicked boasted of his heart desire, and blessed covenants, whom the Most High abhorred.
Yeah, so the wicked boasted his heart desire, and his heart desire that New World Order, man. He wants to be the Most High, man. You know, he boasting in there, man. You know, he wants to chip everybody, and wants to have ultimate control, man. You know.
The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek out the Most High. God is not in all his thoughts.
Man. The wicked through their pride, man. Esau got to the point, man, where he think he is the Most High. So what's the point of seeking out the Most High if he think he's all powerful? You know, because he done got so advanced in his technology and so proud. You know, he thinks he can make fruit better than the Most High. You know, he thinks he can take cloning. You know, he can clone humans, clone animals. You know, he wants control sexual reproduction. You know, so in his pride, he's not seeking out the Most High. He's seeking ways to do his own thing, man. And that's a very prideful person, man. Prideful way of thinking, man. Go ahead.
Another point, he started off with made the Most High laws ineffective today. You know what I'm saying? He came up with his own laws and his own rules to govern the land.
They're going to go into this.
5. His ways are always grievous. Their judgment are far above out of his sight.
That judgment are far above out of his sight, man. The judgments of the pride of that Edomite is far away from the law and statutes and commandments of the Bible, man, which he claimed that this country was founded on, man. But we know through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, this place was founded on witchcraft, man, because he make it seem like it's a luxury to eat shrimp, seafood, and catfish or whatever. But we know in the scripture that's against the law, you know. Yeah, abomination, man. Homosexuality, that's against the law, but he legalized it, man. You know, the woman being equal or above a man, you know, that's against the scripture. But and on this society, man, he upholds that, man, that Queen of Heaven vibration, man. So his judgments are far away from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
As for his enemies, he puffed at them.
And for his enemies, he puffed at them, man. You know, he prideful with his chest poked out around the whole planet Earth, man, because he can go and set up a U.S. embassy and a military base anywhere in the world, man. But can't nobody come over here and do that, man. You know, he puffed at his enemy, man. He don't see these other nations being superior to him, man. You know, he sees himself superior to everyone, man. So that's why he does what he want to do, man. He demonizes you on the news, and then, you know, next week he coming in the nation with bombs, man. You know, but can't nobody demonize America and come over here and drop bombs, man. You know, but that time coming, man. You know.
Can I add, bro? Hey, and then at the same time, too, like the brother saying, he has embassies in almost all the countries. And at the same time, too, in order to be a pilot, you have to speak English. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's mandatory. All right, and then when you go to these foreign countries, they have like Americanized or Westernized hotels and motels there, man. And you have their food, so on and so forth. So this man is he controls the fucking world, man. No matter how you know what I'm saying, no matter how he tries to play that he's the man behind the man, he really is the man behind the man, man. You know?
Nah, that's it. Go ahead, get your
Let me get your Proverbs, then get my precept.
Yeah, get Proverbs.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 8. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. That's wrong.
Hold on. The prime before the scripture.
Okay,
That's
I
the
guess.
same
Yeah, Proverbs 16, 18.
Okay.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.
Come, man, and you can see how the Most High is setting Esau up for their fall, man. He got Esau at his peak at pride, man. They actually think that they finna bring back the 1890s, man. You know, the 1850s. You know, make America great again, man. He got you know, these crackers so high and mighty around here, man. You know, they cussing out, you know, the so-called Mexicans, you know, telling them to go back across the border, you know, which they was here first, you know, and then he telling us to go back to Africa, man. How proudful is that, man? You came over here and took the land from people who was already here, and then you went to West Africa and brought us over here, and now all of a sudden you want us to leave, man. You know, how proudful is that, man? You know, but then you don't want to hear nobody tell you go back to Europe. You know, this is proud-ass people, man. They act like they grew out the ground over here, man. You know?
So there's one more verse to this. Better is it to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud.
Come, man, and that's us, man. That humble and lowly, man. You know, it's better for us to be prophesying in these sackcloths, man. You know, crying to the Heavenly Father, man. You know, than to divide spoil with these damn Edomites, man. What you sellouts done did, man. You know, you done divided that spoil with Esau, man. You know.
This Psalm chapter 50, verse 16, I'm going to read down on verse 21. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take as my covenant in thy mouth? Verse 17, seeing thou hatest instructions, and castest my word behind thee.
Come, man. You know, Esau, you know, Most High asking Esau, man, what the hell you doing with my statues, man? He ain't supposed to be touching this book, man. You know, what the hell you doing with my book, man? You know I made you to be wicked. What the hell is you doing with my book, man? You know, so Esau still played facades. You know, he done put that gross darkness over the world with that Christianity, man. Starting with that, you know, that Roman Catholic, back in like 1492. You know, when Rodriguez and his son Caesar was here, you know, he put that gross darkness. He started that gross darkness over the world, man, with that dogma, man, that Yahushua was the image of his son, you know, and putting that Roman Catholicism out there with the heaven and hell doctrine, like heaven is a place where you go with wings and you got the naked babies and stuff, and you know, hell's a place where you go and burn forever, man. You know, so he deceived the world with that doctrine, man. But he really had nothing to do with this with these scriptures, man. Because I seen that whole series of the boys' year, and it was 3 seasons, man. Then one scripture come out, man. It wasn't nothing but homosexuality, incest, treachery, you know, deceiving, murder. You know, it had nothing to do with the scripture, man. But because it shows behind the scenes, but on the outward, you know, when by the time you see the Pope all dressed in his white with the hat on, man, you think that he was a man of God, man. But we know, like I say, through the spirit of truth, man, we know the truth.
Right, and it started like around the mid 1300s, man. You know, like 1350s. And like the brother was saying, with the white man today, you know, starting back then, when he came back in the power, like the brother was speaking on, and into now, they'll say in God we trust, but like the scripture said, seeing they hate his instruction and cast their words behind thee, they'll say in God they trust, but their action so something totally different, man. Their action is straight wickedness and evil, man. You know, anybody can say, you know, in God we trust, and you know, they be saying Jesus this and Jesus that, man, but it's all about your actions, man. Going back to the scripture where the Lord said, "These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me," man. Which there's going to our people, but this scripture right here going to Esau, man. He speak like he with the word, but he hated the instructions and he cast the word behind him. He got his own laws, constitutions, you know, his own statutes, man. You know, I'm gonna keep reading down.
Hey, can I bring in a quick precept to back you up? And this is Luke 3:19. Now this is an example when John the Baptist basically confronted Herod for actually committing adultery. Going into Psalms 15:16, Luke 3:19. But Herod the Tetrarch, being reproved by him for Herodias, his brother Philip's wife, and for all the evils which Herod had done, added yet this above all, that he shut up John in the prison. So just like the argument is saying, that, you know, basically when they took the law, statutes, and commandments, but they put it on the forefront. But when John the Baptist actually confronted him for breaking the law, for committing adultery, what did he do? He shut him up in prison, man. And eventually had him killed.
And that's what they gonna swear in on the 20th, man. If we make it there, you know, if they don't knock his ass off first, but that's what they was gonna put their hand on, the Bible, man. You know, so that crazy here, your country allow homosexuality and pedophilia and bestiality, but you gonna swear in on the Bible, man. You know.
Psalms 50 verse 17 again. Seeing thou hatest instructions and cast my words behind thee, and thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partakers with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. Right, man, because Esau is actually our brother, man. You know, for you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans, so-called white man is our evil twin brother, man. But what does he do? All he do is slanders us, man. You know, he let's say he sitters and speakers against us, man. You know, when the whole time we ever as far as the Northern Kingdom, man, so-called Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, y'all basically show him how to survive when he got here, man. But what did he do? What did he do in return, man? He killed y'all off, and then now that he got the power, all he do is speak against y'all, man. You know, and then with the so-called Negroes, they brought us over here as slaves, man. We built the country, you know, and then still to this day, like the majority of our people don't got nothing against the so-called white man, but what did he do in return to them? He still want to slaughter them, man. He still want to annihilate them, man. So he sitters and speakers against his own brother, man. You know, which this scripture going right into Esau, man. You gonna say something?
Yeah, I was just going into how you wanted to, we basically built this country up. Esau has propaganda. You know, one of his tools is the media, man. It started with the fake Jews. Esau has propaganda to justify his wickedness. When he wanted to take over North America, he persuaded the world that the Galileans were savages and pagans and needed Christianity. Now you go over there to the Middle East, he basically says that those people in the Middle East are uncivilized, they're pagans, they oppress the women, they need Christianity and democracy. But it's the same concept. He wants their resources. When he treated us as livestock during slavery, he had scientists to basically prove, quote unquote, prove that we were animals. That was the whole thing in slavery. We were animals. Then after slavery, they wanted to put us in prison so there could be the next version of legal slavery. So he persuaded the whole world that we were what? Criminals. And that's the same thing. That's the thing now. We're criminals, man. Esau always has a tool, man.
Verse 19 again, thou givest thy mouth to evil. Not verse 20 again. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Though thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
You know, so like I told you, man, these so-called white people, man, Edomites, the damn devil, they really think they on the level with the Most High, man. They really think that, man. You know, we really can't even understand the pride of these devils, man, how they really feel, man, because how prideful they, because us being Israelites, man, we would never think that we on the same level. You know, you got some proud jakes out there, but we never think we on the same level as the Most High, man, like these crackers do.
Yeah, going back to that scripture, you speak against your own mother's son, that's Jacob. Your mother's son was Isaac, man. So you speak evil, like I said.
Rebel.
I'm sorry. What did I say?
You said Isaac.
But yeah, your mother's Rebecca. Your mother's son is Isaac.
Right.
But you.
Esau.
I'm sorry, Jacob. Your mother's son is Jacob, man. But that's the point. You speak against Jacob, the 12 tribes, and one of the ways you do that is by way of your propaganda, man. The local news, the international news. First you told everybody that we were animals, like I said, to justify slavery. So we got it in our minds, man. We have to empty that glass. That we were inferior, that our Messiah is a damn Edomite, that we have a mental boundary. It's Jakes that actually think that people from other nations are more intelligent than a Negro, man. You speak evil against us, man, to justify an evil deed, to justify imprisonment, man. So you scare people so much on the news that they think, well, a criminal should be in prison. He should have a death penalty. Yeah, you should kill a teenager with a hoodie on, you know? But you know why you really do it, because we're the Israelites.
Then it said these things he done, you know, and the Most High kept silent, man. And you started to think like the Most High was warning you, man, like the Most High actually with you with doing all this, man. You know, like you gonna get paid back, man. And that goes to that goes right into the pride, man. You know, because just because the Most High ain't pay you back right then, you know, it's been over 500 years now. You still ruling, man. So but that was Most High setting y'all up, man. He letting y'all getting basically to the top of y'all pride, man, and to where he was gonna bring you down, man. You know, but he didn't let y'all get to the height of y'all pride, man. You know, you got
we gonna go into this day, man. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 2:11. The lofty looks of a man should be humble.
These days coming soon, man. You know, all this pride and arrogance, you know, and carefree living, man. You know, but especially this pride, man. You know, this finna get humble real quick, man. You know, go ahead.
And the haughtiness of a man shall be bowed down, and the Most High alone shall be exalted in that day.
Man. Only the Lord gonna be exalted in that day, man. You know, all these proud looks, you know, these proud ways, you know, these proud thoughts, these vain imagination that you imagine, that's finna get humble real quick, man. You finna see the power of the Lord, man. You finna see that your military ain't what you think it is. You finna see those fighter jets ain't nothing compared to those chariots, man. You finna see that your Marines ain't nothing compared to the heaven's armies, man. You know, your Yahweh host, man. That's why they call him the Lord of hosts, man. You finna see that your little army ain't nothing compared to the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Go ahead,
For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty.
Come on, the Lord of hosts, man, was the host. The host is those armies, man. You all right? You finna see what real power is, man. You know, he built you up, let you get your little play power, so you get puffed up. But he just did that to bring you down, man. You know, just to show his real power, man. Go ahead, huh?
And upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. Keep going.
Nah, that was it. Go back to where it say Lord of hosts, right after hosts.
12.
Yeah, start back at 12 again.